We have an ABC News investigation into the power of Warren Jeffs, even from behind prison bars. You'll remember he's the religious leader serving a life sentence for abusing young girls he called brides. But tonight, 5 years after his compound in Texas was raided, ABC's Amy Robach finds that his thousands of followers are still in his control.
The images are unforgettable. Hundreds of women and children herded onto buses during the raid of the Yearning for Zion Ranch in Texas. The charge against Warren Jeffs: sexual abuse of underage girls. After an intensive trial, the man who married over 80 women was sentenced to prison for the sexual assault of 2 girls, ages 12 and 15. Though he is serving a life sentence, 8,000 people in this town still call him their prophet, and they're wary of outsiders.
It's not any of you guys' beeswax.
But from behind prison walls, Jeffs continues to issue edicts.
At home, then you couldn't have any toys. You couldn't ride bikes either.
No sex between husband and wife.
According to former members, Jeffs designated 15 men to father all the children in the community.
If a woman wants to have a baby or whatever, she has to go to one of those 15 men.
This week, former FLDS member Andrew Chatwin showed us how Jeffs is separating families.
So this house is clear full of young men, I've heard of down to 12 years old.
Some believe Jeffs wants control over the children. He says he's having revelations from God about who to banish from the community.
Here we have a mother that's living in a 16 by 16 shed with her 7 children.
Chatwin told us many families are going hungry, ordered by Jeffs to live off only beans and water. The church is strapped for cash.
With this car lot, Warren Jeffs has now given a new order for people to turn their cars into the church, and the church is going to sell them from this car lot.
In an investigation by 2020 last fall, we showed how Jeffs even ordered young boys to drop out of school to build his multi-million-dollar mansion.
He said if we build it, then it would melt the bars or whatever in his jail and he would be released.
This week, we called the Texas Department of Corrections.
There are people who say he's more powerful now behind bars than he was when he was living in that community.
If somebody comes in and visits with him and he gives them instructions and they take them back by word of mouth, there's just nothing we can do to control that.
We wondered why people continue to support Jeffs.
I don't get to respond.
You won't talk to us? No? Nothing? You won't even acknowledge I'm here.
Hey, get that damn thing away.
5 years later, loyalty to Warren Jeffs is still absolute.
And Amy Robach is here right now. Of course, the biggest concern always for the young children, young girls, are they still in danger? Does anyone know?
According to every ex-FLDS member we've spoken to, the answer, unfortunately, is yes. But police say they have very little authority at this point because the parents of these young girls and these children are relinquishing the control over to other adults, as has been dictated by Warren Jeffs. And police say without a witness, there's very little they can do.
And they won't come forward. No one will come forward. Thank you so much, Amy.